Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Libra May 3, 2022. Don't feel like you need to be so serious about things today. Organization and planning is helpful, but sometimes what you need is chaos and spontaneity. Out of chaos comes order, and more than likely, this order is much more developed and evolved than what existed before the chaos began. Let things crumble so that you may build them up again with a forward-thinking, progressive attitude. Today you might find that someone wants to have an honest discussion with you about something. Take time to really listen to this person. Maybe your child needs to share something that is going on with them. Don't just dismiss what they are saying. Pay close attention. Or maybe your romantic partner is going through some challenges, and they need some support from you now. Offer a kind and sympathetic ear. You might be having trouble with your plumbing today, particularly if you have a good-sized kitchen. This is far too complex a problem for you to handle yourself. Pay the extra money to have a professional come in and take care of the problem. It'll save you a lot of work and certainly a lot of frustration. In the meantime, have a pizza delivered while you're waiting to get your kitchen back. This is going to be a good day to analyze the different ways you can proceed towards your professional dreams. As a first step, take stock of the resources you have, then figure out how you can use them to best advantage. You would also find it helpful to interview others who have the position you desire. Ask them how they got there, and see if they can help you do the same. Relations and friends are having a hard time with you and vice versa. Put an end to this mutual feeling of frustration, be honest with yourself and consider compromising on some points. Talking to people to clear things up is also a big help. Regard today's negative atmosphere as an opportunity to resolve conflicts permanently. Your big brain is bursting with ideas, so bust out a few and surprise your friends. It's a great time to start new things or ponder big notions until you get a sense of what's coming. Whatever you try to achieve is criticized and unlikely to be accepted in a very favorable way, especially if you feel undue pressure to perform any kind of activity. It is far better to delay important activities or decisions until you feel positive about the outcome. Use your sense of humor to relieve any tension. A rather black mood that's been plaguing you since early morning could suddenly disappear when a partner, business or romantic, brings wonderful news your way. It could involve a goal, which you may have given up months or even years ago, which finally manifests. If so, you could feel a little overwhelmed. Take some time to sit still and let it all sink in before running out to celebrate. Congratulations! You'll find it much easier to know when to call it quits on this day. This can really help when it comes to wrapping up work projects, getting things finished at home, or with relationships you are having trouble with in your life. Make yourself a list of everything you want to be done with. Then take the necessary steps to bring closure to as many of them as you can. This will clear the slate for you to start anew. Have you been looking for a new job? If so, you might hear of an opportunity today from a totally unexpected source. This could mean that someone whom you'd never suspect brings it to your attention, or it could be in a new and unusual field. One way or another, as weird as it may seem, it's worthy of consideration. Look into it either way, and get all the facts before acting. With Venus in her last full day in your work sector and Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, leaving a week later, there should be a growing sense of urgency. While just by having Mars in your work sector has brought you to the busiest point in the year, as he is here until later in the month, the only urgency today is coming from a need to listen to your heart. Meanwhile, as the moon wraps up an eclipsing new moon in your financial sector, when it comes to money matters, it is all about trusting your gut without overthinking things. There is a sense of anticipation in the air on both the romantic and relationship fronts, and while your heart's over the horizon radar is picking up on what is immediately ahead, this in turn is just a taste of things to come. Just a day before Venus, the planet of love's return to your relationship sector, the moon is preparing to bring the spirit of romance and adventure together. Our eyes in the sky. We could all be a little more interested in things that we wouldn't normally focus our energy on. The strange and unusual could fascinate you to the point that you forget some of your responsibilities. However, the moon moving into Taurus can help you think less emotionally and more logically as well, so you won't get thrown off track for too long. Sticking to a schedule could be a struggle today, though. When the moon trines Mars later in the morning, you could feel more assertive. A need to take the lead could give you the courage to ask that person out, tell someone clearly what your expectations are, or come clean about something you've been holding back. Advocating for yourself now won't come off as bossy or rude, so speak up. It's now or never. This afternoon, the moon squares Uranus, bringing with it a sense of impatience with pretty much everything that isn't moving at warp speed. Constraints could be annoying at this time, and anyone who tries to pin you down could seem excessively controlling to you. This unsettling energy doesn't lend itself to downtime, so the best thing to do is find the most exciting thing you can to keep you occupied. It will be too frustrating to try to focus on the mundane. Try not to make any huge decisions when the moon conjoins Saturn tonight. This aspect can lead us to act emotionally immature, to say the least. Guilt is one emotion linked to this transit, but it could also present as frustration or even rage. Keep a cool head and try to meditate on any issues. This is the time to really let your freak flag fly, because you really don't care too much what other people think of you today. Even for the shyer, more introverted signs, this is an excellent chance to truly be yourself without feeling self-conscious. You don't mind flying solo on your oddball missions, but it helps if you have a BFF who's willing and eager to be your partner in crime. Investors are looking for unique things to get excited about and put their money behind now, so why not one of your ideas? Networking on social media can be extremely profitable today. Hang on, because information will be going by you very quickly now. You'll want to hit the pause button so you can get a better look at what's happening, but this might not be an option. Make the best choices that you can with the little bit of info you're able to focus on. The way you instinctively behave and react to critical situations. Develop the skills you use when realizing your ambition. You can either choose to live your life, taking the most comfortable options, or decide to achieve something of value. Discover your best approach. How you can fine-tune the way your life develops over the coming years and throughout the rest of your life. See how your sensitivity and relating skills improve. Life destiny helps you make the most of your abilities. Find inspiration that will motivate and challenge you.